This evening at approximately 7:31, a call came into the West Side Division regarding a shooting that just occurred here on the corner of Beach Nut Corporate. Units arrived, they found one male victim deceased at the scene, and during their preliminary investigation they learned there was one other victim. After some time they learned that the second victim was in a vehicle and she was hit and driven by a private vehicle to a local area hospital where she was then transported downtown to another hospital. At this time, what we've been able to find out, and again, this is still early stages of the investigation, but homicide was able to find out that there was a situation, some kind of disturbance between a group of males, all of them being black males in their 20s. There's probably 4 or 5 of them, and at one point it turned into a shoving match, and then 2 individuals pulled firearms shooting. Right now it's unclear if the female who was shot, she was inside of a red vehicle. It's unclear if she was part of the group or just happened to be in the parking lot in a separate car. We have officers talking to her now as we speak. The vehicle that these shooters came from was a black 4-door sedan that took off through the parking lot and hit Corporate and left in an unknown direction. At this time, we have no information on what started the original disturbance or the identity of any of the individuals involved, other than possible identity on the female victim and the male victim that's still here at the scene. So if anybody has any questions, they can call the Houston Police Department's Homicide Division or Crime Stoppers. It'd be greatly appreciated. Any questions?
Yeah, we saw that there were 3 people who were detained in handcuffs. Do you believe that those are the suspects or to know something about?
No, so in this event, there has been a huge crowd control issue with people that weren't involved, family members, friends, people just being nosy. We've had several people cross the police lines and failed to follow directions. At this time, several people are detained. I believe only 1 or 2 of them are considered possible witnesses. The others were all just uncontrollable on the scene, and we were unable to keep them out of the crime scene in any other way.
How many times was the victim shot here?
I do not have that information.
The woman at the hospital, what condition?
As of now, she's in, I don't have that information. I do know it was serious enough that they transported her from one hospital to a higher degree hospital.
Do you believe that the victim who was deceased there was involved in the altercation?
Looking at some of the video, yes, he was involved in the altercation.
His father, or the man who says he's his father, says he was 34, so is it possible that maybe some of the others were in their 30s, or are we still just kind of not sure about that?
Yes, of course that's possible. I'm just giving y'all a guesstimation of ages just by looking at the video. And we hadn't even seen these people in person yet, so they could very well be in their 30s. They just look younger.
And you said this happened around 7 this evening.
The call came in at 7:31.
Now, this is a fairly busy, shopping plaza, busy area. I mean, how is the department responding to the fact that a shooting like this happened, all these rounds fired in a plaza where there were so many, innocent bystanders?
How's the department?
Like, how are you responding? Just what are your thoughts on this happening in such a busy area? Well lit as well.
You can't control where crime occurs. Sometimes it just pops up in places. I know this particular district is heavily policed, and you could look at the response now on all the police cars here. The city has put a lot of resources into this area, and it is well patrolled. Just unfortunately, sometimes things just pop up in places when you're not ready for them.
What is your message to the suspects who are on the loose right now?
Of course, anybody with information, including the people that were involved in the incident, we encourage you to call the Houston Police Department Homicide Division or go to your nearest local station and turn yourself in and talk to us.
I see bars on all the windows. Is this a high crime area?
Nah, I mean, it's no higher than a lot of places in Houston, but it is a very dense, there's a lot of apartment complexes in the area. It's a very dense populated area.
Did you
say there were multiple firearms used in this situation?
Yes, from the video, it appears there are 2 shooters.
Do we know what kind of rounds there are out here tonight?
No.
Was the deceased one of those 2 shooters?
From the video, no, it does not appear that way.
The car was going to be a bullet hole in the window. Is that just random fire that put it, or is that possibly a car related to it?
No, so there are several vehicles in this parking lot, if that's what you're referring to, that have been struck by stray fire from the incident. Thank goodness, more people weren't hit that were in the parking lot.
How much longer are y'all out here tonight till y'all conclude this investigation?
We're still in the very early stages. I could, assume we'll be out here 7 more hours.
There might be a lot of people watching this thinking, what if I was in a situation like this where, bullets are flying everywhere? What's the best thing for someone to do if they find themselves caught in this kind of, situation and they have nothing to do with it?
I mean, it depends on the circumstances. If I could get out of there, I'd drive off and get out of there. If I couldn't, I'd get as low as I could to the ground. And of course, as soon as I could, pick up the telephone, call 911 and report exactly what I saw, what's going on. And as soon as I could exit the area safely, I would.
How many evidence markers do we have out here tonight?
I have no idea.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.